Welcome to your German journey. In this lesson, we are diving into the world of cooking and food vocabulary, and we're learning how to talk about delicious dishes like mango float and Kinilaw in German. But there's more. You'll also discover a little grammar magic like how der becomes den when you use action words like brauchen, essen, or kaufen. Sounds tricky? Don't worry, we'll make it simple and tasty. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to say what you need to cook your favorite dish clearly, confidently, and correctly. So grab your imaginary apron, let's get started. German Lesson 8, Gemeinsam Kochen. Welcome back to your German journey. Before we dive into our main topic, let's do a quick review and turn things up a notch. You already know some great words to describe things. Toll, langweilig, lecker, scharf, gesund. All useful when talking about food or anything really. If you need a refresher on those, click the link in the description. Now, let's add some spice to our sentences, literally. We're going to learn how to say something is too expensive, really delicious, very sweet, and more. These little words help you sound more natural, and hey, they even help you when negotiating prices. Here are the key expressions. To make things clear, let's use lecker as our example. We already know, ich finde Schokolade lecker. But now we can add some flavor. Ich finde Schokolade zu lecker. It's just too delicious. I can't resist. Ich finde sie wirklich lecker. That's really delicious. Ich finde sie sehr lecker. It's very delicious. And if you want to tone it down, ich finde Schokolade nicht zu lecker. It's not too good, it's not too bad. This is rarely used, but it's good to recognize. Ich finde sie nicht sehr lecker. It's not really that great. Ich finde Schokolade nicht lecker. Straight up, I don't like it. Now, here's a little extra. These little words are not limited to being used in a food context. They work the same for prices. Let's switch over. Here we use teuer. This means expensive. Let's say we're talking about a car. Ich finde das Auto zu teuer. It's way too expensive. Das ist wirklich teuer. Or it's really expensive. Das ist sehr teuer. That's quite expensive. Das ist nicht zu teuer. That's actually okay. It's not too bad. It's not too good. Das ist nicht sehr teuer. That's a good price. Das ist nicht teuer. That is a good price. That is not expensive. So now, you can express not just what you like, but how much you like it. That's a game changer. Let's go to the main part, time to cook in German. In this section, you'll learn tasty food vocabulary you will actually use and how to say exactly what you need to make Filipino classics like mango float or Kinilaw auf Deutsch, of course. And along the way, one of the German articles will pull off a little transformation magic. Ciao, but seriously, grammar is about to get interesting. Let's start with the basics, your key ingredients. Here's a pro tip. When you take notes, always write down the article with the noun. That little word, der, die, das, will save you later. Trust me. Here we look at the basis, the foundation of our cooking. Let's say them together. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Die Pilze, die Gurke, die Nudeln, der Fisch, das Fleisch, der Reis, die Paprika, die Mango, die Tomate. And again, just a bit faster. 3, 2, 1. Die Pilze, die Gurke, die Nudeln, der Fisch, das Fleisch, der Reis, die Paprika, die Mango, die Tomate. Next up, flavors. This is your spice rack in German. Here we have 3, 2, 1. Die Sojasauce, der Ingwer, der Pfeffer, der Essig, das Salz, der Knoblauch, die Chili, die Zwiebel. And again, just a bit faster. Die Sojasauce, der Ingwer, der Pfeffer, der Essig, das Salz, der Knoblauch, die Chili, die Zwiebel. And now for the sweet stuff, dessert time. Die Schlagsahne, das Vanilleextrakt, die Kondensmilch, der Zucker. Let's say them again. Die Schlagsahne, das Vanilleextrakt, die Kondensmilch, der Zucker. Keep practicing these, they'll come in handy very soon. Before we dive into the grammar, let's jump into a little kitchen drama. Serge and Alfonso are trying to cook Kinilaw, but someone, guess who, has no idea what ingredients they need. Let's listen to their conversation and pay attention to how they say what they need and what they don't need.
Hilfe! Alfonso, was sind die Zutaten für Kinilaw? Ich weiß es nicht. Brauchen wir den Fisch?
Ja, natürlich brauchen wir den Fisch für Kinilaw.
Und brauchen wir die Chili und den Ingwer?
Ja, wir brauchen auch die Chili und wir brauchen den Ingwer.
Gut. Und brauchen wir auch das Fleisch?
Nein, das Fleisch brauchen wir nicht.
Ach so, okay. Und brauchen wir die Gurke?
Ja, mein lieber Serge, wir brauchen die Gurke auch für Kinilaw.
Das ist gut. Und brauchen wir Zucker?
Nein, Serge, wir brauchen den Zucker nicht, aber wir brauchen das Salz und den Pfeffer.
You just heard Serge and Alfonso planning their Kinilaw. And maybe you noticed something strange. We have learned der Fisch, and then it becomes den Fisch. We have learned der Zucker, and then it becomes den Zucker. Let's clear this up. Time to learn something super practical in German. What's the accusative, and why should you care? Here's the deal. Most German sentences have two main parts. The person doing something, we call that the nominative. The thing they are doing it to, that's the accusative. Let's break it down with food, because why not? Ich kaufe den Fisch. I buy the fish. Who's doing the action? Ich. The one acting? Nominative. What's being bought? Den Fisch. The thing receiving the action, that's accusative. Another one. Du isst die Pizza. You eat the pizza. Du, the doer, nominative. Die Pizza, what gets eaten, accusative. Here comes the important part. Only der changes in the accusative. We have der Fisch, that becomes den Fisch. Chili, that stays die Chili. Das Salz, that stays das Salz. So now you can say things like I need the fish. Ich brauche den Fisch. She eats the mango. Sie isst die Mango. We buy the salt. Wir kaufen das Salz. And lastly, always keep in mind, who does it? Nominative. What's it happening to? That's the accusative. The golden rule for accusative is only der becomes den, everything else stays exactly the same. And with that, we are ready for today and ready to check your knowledge on the preview tasks. Dig into it and see you in class. Cheers and Ingat!